Right. My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? Made plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you.
What's up, everyone? Welcome in. I want to talk about something. I'm not gonna be here live long. I'm not gonna be too loud because usually y'all know I be loud and popping, but I have a 16 here. Even though he about to be 16, he's still my baby child. He's not feeling too well. But I wanted to talk about something. So I was hearing, I don't know if it's true. I'm gonna put that, we're gonna say allegedly. Because first of all, we don't know, we're not sure, right? So I was looking at something that said, um, hold on. Ooh, let me send this to myself. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. I was seeing something basically that was saying that that the lawyer was trying to oppose a position for the girl using the N-word, right? Now, I say, huh? Hold on. I don't know how y'all got this. Y'all work harder than Kris Jenner, by the way. Y'all, shout out to y'all. Y'all work harder than Kris Jenner, okay? So it says in Illinois, it says an Illinois rule that's very clear. It says racism, bias, or prejudice by witness is not enough to suppress to exclude that witness. So basically, the lawyers are trying to allegedly exclude a witness because of the fact she used the N-word. Now, remind you, you hear an accent. I want to clear this up with everybody because I saw Travel Island, shout out to her. I saw her say something about Cardi, and I wanted to talk about that. Now, let me tell y'all something. I'm finna keep it real with y'all. I'm finna keep it a buck. Okay? Let me put that back up there because I do want to speak on this before we go any further into something else. Listen, bias goes to credible, not admissible. That's black letter Illinois law. Okay. First of all, let me read it. Then you see it says even strong bias, motive for prejudice of a witness affects the weight of the testimony, not its admissibility. Enough strong bias, even personal animus, and even racial hostile. Let's be clear. I talk about this all the time because I want y'all to understand. Let's say this. We don't know what the girl looked like. She can sit here and be Afro Latina or mixed with a black or light Spaniard Latina, because I have talked to y'all about this in black. We don't know. So to sit here and try to use that to say I don't want that key witness lets me know everything I need to know. I told y'all it's gonna get nasty, it's gonna get dirty. State and DA, they're gonna have some great points. And I want to break this down to what I want y'all to understand, because not only have I looked at the Tory Lanez case, I have looked at Diddy's trial. We've looked at ASAP. Like, let's be for real. We're gonna, because all this stuff has been talked about. Okay. I'm gonna say this. I want y'all to understand, because somebody speaks. First of all, I'm gonna just say it. First of all, because you are black and speak Spanish does not make you black. Not be black. I have told y'all before, and I say it again. Hey, um, You have Haitians who are black that they're looking at as an Afro-Latina but speak French, or I don't call it French. Sometimes they call it French, but they say Creole. What I want y'all to understand is this: trying to use that, and we don't know what this girl looked like. We don't know. The public don't know. Nobody know what this woman looked like, or we know what she sound like. And because they heard somebody call her name, first of all, Rosie Perez, if you look at it, is not just Puerto Rican. I want to say that. Let me make sure, because I'm not. Rosie Perez, I believe she is Afro-Latina, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look. Because they classify her as American, right? Now, I want to make sure I'm right before I say anything. Yeah. There are blacks in Puerto Rico in the DR. I promise you. Amara La Negra is not just Latina. She's Afro-Latina. She passed for a black Spanish-speaking woman. For you to classify her using the N-word and saying she can is amongst me to let me know everything I need to know. I'm not being funny. This is being honest. First of all, it's a silly argument because if you look at history, let's just be clear, everybody didn't just come to America. If you want to pay attention, I have showed this on a map before, that people that came from Africa had a straight shot here. They already knew where to go. And number two, they would send them to Trinidad, Brazil, Haiti, which had the worst, they said it was the worst slave owners over there. That's why Haiti took it back. Jamaica, Puerto Rico, and Dominican Republic. Panama, all those countries, them islands y'all like to go to, take pictures, had black slaves. Mexico had black slaves. That argument that was tried to give, I hate to say it, I'm sorry, it was trash. The judge is gonna, girl, please, because you as a black woman should know this. And I'm not calling her, I'm appalled at her, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, y'all know I'm pro black women, but I can't be down with some of the stuff black women do. I've said that before, and I hold them accountable because of how it makes us look. But if you're going to use an argument when we all don't know if this woman is Afro-Latina, we don't know if she's half Latina and black. We don't know, right? So why would you think to subject to say I want to take her out? Good evening. I don't feel like that's substantial to what it is. We don't know. The N-word, we talked about that, right? You can't sit here and somebody said that she praised Cardi B for it. Well, let me say this. Cardi B is Dominican Republic and she is Afro-Latina. Her mother, even though she looked like Latina or her father, can pass. I've seen the pictures. I think one of them can pass to be black. If you know in DR, remember on the show Chantel and her family when she married, what's his name? And his mother was dark skinned. She was Afro-Latina. That is Afro-Latina Dominican Republic. And a lot of people like, oh, she don't like her. No, she's black. Him and his sister are black. Like nobody picked. I was just like flabbergasted because if they are darker, close to our skin tone, that is Afro-Latina. If their hair is coarse, that is Afro-Latina. Cardi B hair is coarse. It does not curl up. It is not straight. It is 4C, 4B hair. Okay? She don't put no product on that motherfucker. That shit is coarse as hell. Stop classifying because they Hispanic. Let me tell you something. Shout out to us. We the blueprint. Baby, we speak French, German, God darn, I'm about to say Swahili. Swahili, Haitian Creole. We can turn that junk on and turn it off. Like that's us. That's why we're the most hated. Our blood run through. Come on now, let's be for real. Let's keep it a buck. Using that is not gonna stand. I'm sorry, it's not, because with the climate we in, and then you trying to use that. it's not gonna stick to me. And that's why I do these educating videos to let y'all know, hey, listen, yeah. Now, if she used something else, I want to be like, oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, it is. But that, I don't think that's strong enough. Another thing I'm looking at, why would you use that? Why would you use that to help your self-defense? So and I'm disappointed in that lawyer. I hate to say it. Ari, I'm disappointed, baby. We don't know what she looked like. Now, if we see this girl and she was black or mixed with black and you use that black hostile, I'm finna be upset with you. I'm telling you now, because we already get labeled as hostile as women. That's why I keep saying, I seen people ask, well, she did this and did that. Why y'all let me tell y'all something. We already be looked at. And let's be honest. Now I know I'm Team Romika all day, but Holly is looked at as an aggressive black woman. Exactly. But my thing is, right, I don't think so. I don't even think she's fully Latina. I don't. Another thing I want to say is the aggressive tone. When people say they weren't aggressive, that was aggressive. Let's use better tone words. Yeah, we could say aggressive, but let's be for real. We talk about two black women. We got to stop using that, because every time we walk around these folks that don't like us, when we stand on what we said, we're not even a beak of loud. They call us aggressive. And I want y'all to be careful using aggressive. I'm not trying to be funny, but y'all got to understand, main media is finna pick this up. Y'all have to understand the climate we in, to where they're going to talk real trash nasty and say they both were. I'm telling you, let's try to find a different word. And I'm going to start myself to utilize that, because that clicked in my head that we got to do better with the aggressiveness. Can we say that she stopped? Absolutely. That was proven. Now I see people say, well, she was use a better word. Okay, harassing Carlos, right? But like I said before, when she said that, and we look at how long ago that was, she didn't know about that girl. Let's be clear. She didn't know till the robe situation. So you got to ask yourself when they filmed it. He didn't meet old girl yet, seemed like to me, or they probably were getting ready to meet. She did not know about her. Like I said before, and I stand on what I said. I don't care who get mad. I'm just being honest. I'm looking at this. I'm going to tell you what they're looking at. That's why I brought that scenario up yesterday, because like I said, okay, she was that. Now, what you doing that, you're going to have eyes on him. Because now y'all sitting here saying y'all team them, let's be for real. They're gonna look at him. When y'all see their interactions, let's be clear. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, hold on, right? So, hey, but this is my thing. They're gonna ask these key questions. How long was that video? This is already in conversation. Let me see. They're going to look at their situation. They're going to look at the whole thing. You want me to tell you what they also going to do? Y'all ready for it? They're going to look at it and see if they can use it. Y'all can send that stuff to them all day. They're not going to use it because it's not going to fit where they're standing at and what they want the juries to know. And I'm going to tell you like this. What happened that day? I want y'all to go back to when we watched the Diddy trial and talked about what happened, right? And everybody kept saying, oh, well, she knew. Yeah, but let me tell you what the juries was looking at and what the state was looking at, the federal government. What did he do? This was the key points. If y'all remember, go watch that. Even in the transcripts, when I talked about it, go watch Armand, go watch Tisa Tales, go watch Nick at Night. Remember, he said there were certain things that was hearsay they did not use with the jury, because what they were looking at were these key factors. Did he do coercion? Was his card used for that? Was this and that? So I want y'all to take that in your mindset and say, okay, this is what they're going to ask. When did this happen? Why? what happened to where we got here. That's why I was telling y'all all of that. Oh, she did it. That's not going to matter. They say, okay, it's up to the judge if they use it with the jury. But one key thing they want to know is the relationship between the two. How did we get to September 8th? What led up from there to now? They need a timeline. Both sides have to present a timeline. All that she was aggressive with him does not matter. They're going to look at that as, oh, well, that's just a domestic violence dispute. That is a whole different thing. That does not matter. What they're looking at right now is what happened then that led to this. That's why they're looking at her filing a restraining order. They're looking at all that stuff. They're looking at everything. Was their response? Okay, we still have to know what led up to this. She got to tell everything that happened. That don't mean the auntie need to come on here. Y'all see what she said? We just gonna say, shut up. Shut up. Be quiet. I'm glad you take it by advice, and I wasn't being rude to you when I said be quiet. Let her tell her and wait. Everybody gotta wait. But we can't sit here and say people are jealous. Nobody's jealous. I'm telling you, from me watching and talking about these trials, even Tory Lanez, when they didn't ask who was Tory Lanez aggressive to Chris Brown, not Chris, I'm sorry, August Alsina and all the other people, they knew he was a tyrant. They wanted to know who did this to Megan and why. Why was it hitting? That's what they want. They didn't ask him what he did in his life before that. They didn't care about how aggressive he was. They focused on was the fragment of her foot, who did it, and what relationship did them three have to get to that point that night. The witness who called, the evidence, all of that. They didn't care. He beat up August Alsina when he was sick. Only the public cared. The only thing they didn't care what her cousin did. Let's be clear. They didn't care that y'all feel like somebody. They don't. What led for these three to have this interaction? That's all the state and the lawyers and the judge give a darn about that comes to their jury decision. All of that don't matter. All of that's not what I'm gonna tell you who gonna be on the jury. But no, never mind. We'll wait till we get to that part because I don't want nobody trying to threaten people. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm Team Holly too. I'm gonna keep it above. I'm not Team Holly. I'm sorry. Take that back. Romika. Lord Jesus, because I'm about to talk about Holly. When this came out, there were 2 bloggers who said that they were getting threats about their videos. We just seen a content creator put on her Facebook that the Holly Johnson family the fan page made a picture of everybody that's Team Romika and are harassing them. Please explain to me, why do you feel you're projecting already with the way that you're doing that they're aggressive? To me. Yeah, it don't have any bearing with Holly, but let's be clear. I really believe they're going to look at that. They're going to look at that. I'm going to try to get in contact with somebody that is a lawyer. And I want to have her on the segment because she'll tell you what they're going to look at. She'll tell you. God dang, Gavin. I pop up on Instagram trying to message her. Gavin on a tyrant. I like this. Anyway, back to it. Child, I love it. It's spicy. But no, I'm team. Listen, I ain't Romika because of that. I'm Romika because I know what it's like to be co-parenting with another person involved with a child. I also know what it's like for bloggers to try to be shut up. I don't like that. I don't care who you are. I don't like that. I don't like that. Not especially Black media. Exactly. And that's just the fact of it. That's why I said I want to look more into it because it's a lot of that going on as well because they're not agreeing. I don't like that. Please don't do that because there are mainstream. There's probably 2 or 3 that has picked this up and going back and forth like me, and they're about to be really mainstream, and you cannot shut them up. And the folks that are, well, now we got to say colleagues. We might not have the same followers, but I mean, we're in the algorithm together. Let's just be clear. You're not going to shut them up. There's another one that took a break from talking about it. You really ain't for to shut him up. Child, people, let media do what media gonna do. Y'all just have to, I mean, it's just that. Okay? I want to make that clear. Because I don't want nobody to say, see, she said, no, I'm talking fast. I am not. But I can say, because I have a son that does have a brother with a different woman, right? His dad has one with a different woman. If we didn't get along, we just didn't talk. We let time be what it was. But guess what? We're talking. Better conversations. We kiki laugh. We like a post, share a post, kiki and move on. It's never that serious. It's never that serious. Co-parenting is worse than blended families. I'm telling you, it's never that serious. Co-parenting is worse. It is worse than that. Trust me. Baby. Trust me. That shit me. It takes time. And I feel like if people were honest and let it take its course and let it be what it was and didn't look at it as a competition when there are siblings, they could have been, one would have been alive and one would have been free, and they should have just let it take time. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe it was folks in ears. You should have let it take time. Mind your damn business, as long as them kids are okay. Because when you mix and mingle and you got a messy person here, that makes it worse. It's already bad enough to try to co-parent. It's never easy. And it's never about because they moved on. It's the thing of you're doing your healing and then you're trying to do it right so you just won't hate this person because you have a child. It takes a lot. That's why I did that Tammy Rivera recap yesterday, because I wanted y'all to see exactly why she said it's a lot. It's never easy to co-parent. It's nothing like, oh, we could be friends tomorrow. It's never like that. Anybody that tell you that's a lie, it's never like that. It is never like that. It's different. Can it get better? Absolutely. And that's why people should have just stayed in their place. I believe that too. But I'm going to say this. It's going to be a lot that come out. Hold on. I don't know. I'm going to find one. I don't know if she's free. She been on vacation. But I do want to ask her. I'm going to inbox her later. I'll inbox her after this. Because I'm going to see if she's free. If she want to come up here. And she, now this lawyer, if I can get her, I've been trying to get her for a minute. She's been on vacation, child. She's never home. If I could get her to come on here and be like, listen, I do want to have a sit down with you and tell her about what's going on, and she can explain it, I would love to have her on the platform to give y'all a better idea of what it might be looked at. Now, yes, there are different states, but y'all got to understand the process ain't no different, right? So when CC said that, I said I never seen the videos, and I thought I would see videos of no, I don't think so. Let's look at here facts. I don't think so, because here is the thing. We don't know what she looked like for a reason. Don't forget. Remember when we had the witnesses, they would say it, but we never knew who they were. We didn't know what they looked like. if they're keeping it to where nobody knows who the witnesses are, they're going to feel like the judge going to feel like that's you interfering, because maybe she don't want nobody to know her name or anything like that. You're interfering. So I don't think she would be thrown out. I really don't. I really don't. I don't. I don't think so. Do I believe that she told everything? No. No. Catch 22. Let's think about it. I want to be real with y'all. How we didn't know that that's not the witness, and it's probably, we don't know what she looked like. That's what you got to understand. I'm gonna tell you who know what she looked like. The people that's working this case. I feel like they won't throw it out to me because in her saying that, because if they, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't think so, because what she looked like, we don't know. That's something y'all got to remember. We don't know what she looked like. Who says that she'll testify? They can use her statement. She can choose not to. Or if she testify, I put it to you like this: if she testify and they know media gonna be there, nobody can describe what she looked like. I seen this happen. I don't watch these court proceedings for nothing. I know it. They can do that. I don't think it's against the law in any state. I think that's for protection wise only. But to do that, that puts them in jeopardy, because now you gonna have people say, wait a minute. That puts it more on the witness. So I don't think it will be. Yeah, we're gonna have to. The reason why, hey Terry, the reason why we're gonna wait 2 years, I'm telling y'all, I feel so bad for them. Shout out to them working on this case. I feel so bad, baby. Oh, they Christmas and holidays are not their own. They have to get all their evidence together. They have to look at everything. They have to talk to people. Yeah, it is too long. But you know what? I don't think it'll take 2 years. It depends. It depends. I don't think we'll probably wait 2 years, y'all. I really don't. I have to say I don't think so. It depends. We might, I'll say this, and we might get a year. I think they'll be after she had a baby, they'll probably do it. Because remember, Sakana, they did hers after she had the baby. Like after her 6 weeks or whatever, because she had just had that baby. That baby should be like 4 or 5 months old. If she had that baby in jail. If she has the baby in jail, the baby don't stay in jail. No. So her baby goes to a family member, anybody she signed off, whoever gets that child, if she does decide to breastfeed and stuff like that, because we talked about Sakana when Sakana had to have her baby father who got custody of her child. He's married to somebody else. He had to sign a waiver to where he go pick up the breast milk. So when she pumps, they give him the breast milk for the baby. So he has to fly from he had to fly from New York. I think the baby, he still got to fly from New York. I think the baby should be like 1, like close to 1, somewhere like that. Flying from New York to go pick up breast milk to Florida and come back. So what's gonna happen is if she breastfeed or things like that, the family will have to go, whoever has it, have to do a waiver to go pick up that breast milk and come back. Hey, thank you. But they have to fly, come back. And or however that case, they'll drive up to the jail, pick up what they pick up for the child, go back home, do whatever for the child. So they will be calling next of kin. Hey, she had the baby. She'll spend if she's going to be in a hospital, she'll be holding the baby, meet the baby, and then the baby will be out her arms, and that's a sad situation. And then the baby goes with next of kin of whoever the parent. That's how that goes. It is very sad. That is sad. That is sad as hell. As a mother, that is sad. She got life in prison. They shipped her off on the 4th. Damn, when was the 4th? Hold on. She got shipped off on the 4th to Ocala. Good luck to her, child. They like to fight. Yeah. So she got shipped off on the 4th when I just seen it. And it took a while for her. You can look up now. She's in Florida Department of Corrections. It took them the process to go into intake in the prison. You do your testing and all that stuff. It take you some time, and that's when they go ahead and process you on through. You get your badge, all that stuff like that. Yeah. So she see who she gonna room and bunk with. Good luck to her, child. She has the rest of her life in there. And that motherfucker get hot too. I know some folks that was in there. Child, they say never again. Never. But yeah, she was sentenced. But that's what they gonna ask. I don't and now let's be clear. Let me see if I could pull it up on my thing. Her what's crazy is there was a post she made and it's surfacing. Where she said she blocked them and they still found a way. And she posted what was on what every time she posts something that they would call someone to tell them that that's what they posted. Why were you looking at what she had to say if you don't F with her? I'm not finna go look at shit. You talk. I don't care. But why? Like, let's be for real. Why did you go? No, let me see if I can find it. If I can't pull it up on him. Let me go to my what you call it. Let me see if I can share it with my photos. Yeah, we're gonna try that way. So let me see. If I can't share it, I'm gonna read it. I know y'all saw it, and I was like, huh? That's the weird shit that this shit just popped up. So I went digging to see if I could see on her page. I couldn't see it. Come on, pop up. Okay. But I'm gonna say this. That's gonna be asked about too. That's gonna be asked about too. That's just a fact. They're gonna ask some questions now. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna just read it because anything that pertains to them, they're gonna ask about it. No, that wasn't her friend. That was her boyfriend, mistress. She was a bartender in a she was a flight attendant. Yeah. So it says, Romika said this. I'm reading it. I got this B locked up on every social media. She think finding a way to lurk, laughing my butt off, but tell MFers I stopped her. I barely got time to do the ish I need done, but here you are calling this man about my post. They're going to ask about that. They're going to ask, they're going to ask about the TPO. They're going to ask anything that revolves around them. They're not going to ask about other females. They don't care. How did they get here? How? Okay, and I'm going to tell you, they're going to say, hey, did she call you? Da-da-da. I'm telling you, they're going to ask questions. They're going to ask about their post. They're going to ask about anything that pertaining to them. So I guess Auntie said she want everything to unfold. I'm proud of you. Because I told you that when you was phoning everybody in their chest, girl. God damn. Listen, I give credit when it's due. Because I've been said that. Now tell people to stop trying to find out who people is and striking their channels, because that's disrespectful as hell. That is too much. They're going to ask about a lot of things that pertain to her. They're going to ask, like I said, when she called, what happened that day. They're going to ask, how was the conversation? Now, they have phone records and stuff. They're going to ask about that. They're going to pull them out. This is just, thank you. This is just what's going to happen. So we have to be open-minded that we are not going to sit here and, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to hear nothing about her family or what they have going on. This is pertaining to what led to that. We don't know how long this was going on. Let's make that clear. We do not know. We don't know. Everybody say, well, she found this and this time. It could have been longer than that. We don't know. But I'm telling you, it could have been 2024. We're going into year 2. It could have been 2024 of last summer, spring. Okay, let's sound like a charade, winter, fall. It could have been there. We don't know yet. They know, and we will not know until the trial. So, and I'm gonna say this: those videos would be led, but what the argument is going to be, she didn't speak on her. She didn't. Them videos could have been in 2023. It could have been 2023. That's not going to fit. So I'm not going to lie. It's going to be great arguments. You're going to be like, well, you know, I mean, I seen it. Hey, such and such had a good win today. Read transcripts. But they cracked down today. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Hey, listen. But then when they come back and do question and rebuttal, you're going to be like, wait a minute. Everything that we saw is going to be talked about and it's going to lead up, but the jury won't probably, I'm going to say this, they might use, he's not on trial for nothing. So we can't say they did this to him. Let's X him out with that situation. I'm going to tell you why. He's not the one in jail. He's not the one that did that. He's not the one that is on trial. Let's remember that. Whatever their relationship was, that's their relationship. They want to know the relationship between these two and how did it start? How? If it said that she don't know her, she just met her, how did you just meet her? And that's the question too. That raised eyebrows for me and everyone else. How did you just meet her? And you say, but you knew what she looked like. That's something y'all need to think about. Wait a minute. Y'all ain't had a conversation. Hold on. Something ain't right. But how you knew what she looked like? How you know that wasn't somebody else he dealt with before? That raised eyebrows to a lot of people. And that's the question they're going to ask. It's questions that's going to be asked. And this, they better get ready for it, because I'm going to tell you like this. It's going to be a lot. It really is. It's going to be a lot. The questions, let me but the questions are going to be biased. The questions are going to be pertaining to that day. So I know we like to talk about people past. We got to leave that there, because we're gearing up to get ready to pop into preparing. You know, they're preparing for trial. We're all going to want to see what's going on. We got to stick to what they believe could be led up, or how we feel about it to that day. Okay. I'm seeing people talk about this man thing. Leave that man Ping alone. That is nobody business. Don't nobody care about what that man got going on with his pants. That is his business. Okay, we're not interested. Now, that is that man's business. He ain't a Chippendale. Okay, let's just make that clear. Okay, ain't nobody paying. Well, hell, we don't know now. Shit, hell, I'm sorry, no shade. I'm just saying. Um, but yeah, just that's what's going on. I'm just gonna tell y'all, just be prepared. And another thing, keep in mind, I know we look at her wrong, we don't like her. I get why we don't like her, and I hope she don't piss me off and I have to treat her like Brene with a little bit of grace I want to give. Both families are hurt and they just doing it in a different way. Please don't piss me off because I'll take my grace back. I'm not gonna be that nice and keep giving it out. You got one time with me. But that's just my little bit of grace. But the tension is going to be high because someone's not here anymore. They're not. Let's make that clear. Let me go look at. They say Miss D had somebody that was a college teacher. Let me go look at hers. Shout out to her. But I'm watching this stuff already see what is going to happen. I do. I mean, watching and reading transcripts, I have learned that they're not going to look at nobody past. Now, if she was, now I'm gonna tell you, the only time they would have looked at it if she was arrested before. Her channel is Royal D. Hold on, let me go to it because I got it on here. Yeah, Royal D. She had someone up there, but my thing, but she, yeah, check her out. I'm gonna see if I can see what they were saying a little bit, but they're not gonna ask now. If she was a okay, so let me tell you the older time they would have asked her something. If she was a repeat offender for anything like a felony, they will look at her past. Or if Romika has some charges, they'll look at her past. But I'm gonna tell you something, they're not looking at this girl past. Neither one of their past. They want to know what led up to this. Why did she feel like that had to happen? And if it's not self-defense, that's all they're looking at. They're not going to care about it. Let me see. I don't know if I can find it. But let's just be clear and let's be honest. I remember, what is her name that y'all was like, I don't like her no more. On YouTube. I was like, oh my God. She had a lawyer up there, and he said it too. She said, I don't think she's gonna get charged. He say, oh no, I believe she's gonna get charged. Let me go on here. I don't know Shorty name. Let me see if I can meet. Let me see if I can look her up. She had talked about it, and she was talking about the witness that didn't want to be known. People are putting two together, and I don't know, Chad. It's not looking good. Let me see. What is her name? Where is she? After I get done with this, I'm gonna take me a Benadryl. Let's see. Where's her videos? She had Nyla when she talked about she talked about it at first, and she had the lawyer up there, and he said that he believed she was going to be charged. Yeah, here he go. She was going to be charged. Um, yeah, I found her. She was gonna be charged for this, and he said that I believe she gonna be charged. And she was like, I don't think so. He was like, no, I believe it. And he wasn't lying. Yep. He spoke facts. Hold on. I hope she don't mind me using just this part, but I'm finna oh, you welcome. um I don't think she was. I don't think she was. Hold on.
Have enough evidence to charge her in the killing. It makes
That's something important though, Steph. You said they're not going to take on a case that they don't think that they can win. So clearly there's something there, some evidence that's not released, some sort of statement.
They ain't a lie. The DA ain't gonna pick crap up they don't think they're gonna win on if they don't got enough. Somehow they got what they needed, and they had to go and say, hey, listen, I want to see this. We could take this case to where it need to go. I'm telling you. And guess who was there that watched it? That everybody said, he don't know nothing. That was the judge. That judge saw that. He watched it. That man ain't gonna sit here and say not to take nothing. That's not how it worked. Remember when I read the transcripts? I'm gonna put it in the comment. I'm a community post. My bad. About the Diddy trial. They couldn't indict Diddy yet because they didn't have what they needed. When they knew Diddy was at that hotel and when they was like, oh, he put his shoes on because he was gonna get indicted. Yeah, because they went into the hotel after the ninja and seen what was there. They searched his home. Hello? Yeah, hit them lights up for me. They searched his home. That lady wasn't finna take that which she already knew. One, she got that orange sucker crinkles over there after her and her daddy. Two, she had no choice but to do her job, or she was going to be let go. Okay? They're not lying. They're not going to just take something on it. They got evidence. I said it before and I say it again. They got something we don't know. They saw something we do not know.
Some sort of history that they are privy to that we just don't know about yet. And they knew that they would not get a prosecution of this woman in court. This not even manslaughter, not even premeditated, because I've gone through the Facebook of all three parties at this point. I do believe the shooter's Facebook page has already been deactivated, but the man, his Facebook page is still there, and the deceased, her TikTok page and her other social medias are still up. According to the deceased.
Another thing, y'all got to remember, she deactivated her page. I knew then something wasn't right. First of all, let's be clear. People was pulling things from them pages. Another thing I want you to remember too. Now Romika page is not much on there. I told y'all and I'll tell y'all again. The Meta watches everything. Then guess who helps them? Y'all think them police officers, have Facebook pages just to be cool? No, they don't. They're watching. Guess who else be watching? The three letters be watching. How y'all think? Y'all remember them time them boys had showed they had pew-pews and money and swinging it around, and they got arrested for some crap because they were watching them. They watch everything. That's why every time somebody do something, they go ahead and take their stuff down because it's already there. They watched it.
She actually had a restraining order against her child's father, and he was consistently violent. She would even post pictures of the aftermath of some of his violent outbursts, him coming to destroy their property, coming to destroy the son's property, allegedly. And these are photos that she posted on her own social media. Do we know anything about this man? And he does not look like the violent one in this video. He looks like almost a father that is grieving. He looks like he is confused and befuddled. But what do we know about?
I'm going to stick to the facts. I ain't going to say what I want to say about it, but I will tell you this. Everything is not what it looked like it seems. I want to say this before we continue. Oh, Lord. Third-party relationships get messy. Okay? If women are not have a high confidence in themselves, it's easy to trigger, like I said, in this culture where I have to have what you have, or I got to show it with you to have what you. It's easy for that, number one. Number two, and I say it again, I wish y'all stop saying, oh, people are not jealous. Let me tell you something. I said it before and I say it again. You got people that make more than you jealous of you. Your life is at peace. Nobody's bothering you. They're jealous. Hello. Okay, yeah, you were. I saw a little bit of your stuff because I was trying to see what a college teacher was. I think it was her channel that was talking about it. But people are jealous of people. And hello, by the way. And y'all be surprised. I've learned that. And this is why I be saying, man, nobody be jealous of it. Don't go with no looks. It don't have to go with that. People, let me explain something. I've learned this from a young age. You can have grown women jealous of children because it's something in that child they don't have. Do you understand me? And I was always taught, don't let everybody feed you, don't let everybody touch you. That's just the way I was raised. You have people that are jealous of you, not because of what you have or what you're doing, because look how content you are. It don't even have to be financial. It could be something just in you that they don't have. And they lack that. And they be like, darn, I hate her ass. And their life can be great. But they can be jealous of something because it's something in you that is not, they don't have. Do you understand? So let's not take, oh, she was jealous and listen. Right. Exactly. There are mothers birthing daughters that don't like their own children. So let's not sit here and say people just, no, let's be for real. Keep it a buck. On top of that, we don't know the conversations that was been had in that relationship to where he was sitting here talking about this woman. And we not act like he didn't. He probably did. Because guess what? He was hurt. Let's be for real. Men do that. I don't have women call, girl, I don't know what you did, but he was hurt. Oh, well. That's why I say it didn't take all that. Sometimes it takes a conversation. And like I said, they want to know not just that conversation. They're going to want to know that conversation that they had on their phone, not just a part of it. They want that whole thing. How did it lead up to that? How did we lead up to the TPO? How did it lead up to you feeling unsafe? How did it lead up to where you had to do that to her? Let's go to the beginning. Yeah, exactly. And it remember that story where the mother left the child with the boy. There's a story right now I'm finna cover that just happened. That's finna be a case, I feel. A woman on Threads just lost her child to asthma. They say the girlfriend knew that girl had an asthma attack and she did not call 911 and that girl died and she was only 12 years old. Y'all do as you please with that one. I'ma cover it. The mother is very upset. Yes, there's going to be a case about it. I'm just telling y'all now, if y'all gonna hear about it in the future, because they're investigating now, when they come out, remember I told y'all that she was 12 years old. She had an asthma attack. The girlfriend knew. The girlfriend did not call 911. And the daughter was in the father and girlfriend care. I'll talk about that tomorrow as well. Let me fast forward a little.
Here's what I want to clear up about him. There's no way that Carlos Way was holding her down while she was shot, because he would have been charged. So it's possible that there was some kind of an altercation between him and the victim. That altercation ended. The shooter went and got her gun. She was 15 feet away. You really need to remember, she was 15 feet away when she fired 4 shots.
That showed up in the toxicology report, and it also showed up when she did her autopsy. There was no gunpowder residue on Romika. He's not lying. So I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think she was walking up with it and started going. I'm just gonna say that's my thoughts. Allegedly, because we don't know. I'm gonna say allegedly. I can't sit here and tell y'all, yeah, that's allegedly. Hold on. Allegedly. That's what I think during that altercation happened. If you're 15 feet away, you went back to your car. Me, I would have hopped in the car, sped off and left him right there. I wouldn't give a damn. You know where to find me. I'm not coming out. Bye. See you later. Room. You better walk. Because I'm not doing all that. You can walk. I'll take car. Oh, well, let me grab the baby. There's a such right there. I'm finna go sit down. You know where to find me. You got my number. I'm not doing all that. So you're 15 feet away, right? If you're 15 feet away, and really if you got back to the car, what was the purpose of you pewing when you went back to the car? You could have sat in the car and locked the door. She has her issue with him. Leave that there. And picked up your phone and dialed the 3 numbers on that phone. She didn't break into her home. She didn't follow her to her home. Excuse me. Let's keep that in mind. She didn't follow her to her work. Let's keep that in mind. And just go. She didn't do that. Right? So how is it self-defense when you were able to get to a safe place? How is that? She ain't finna, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think that girl's finna come after her. Because guess who she busy arguing with and who she has the real issue with? Her baby daddy. That's the real issue. It had nothing, it really wasn't an issue like that. Let's be for real. If I'm finna argue with my baby daddy, I'm gonna argue with my baby daddy down. You can go sit in the car. We're not talking to you. I'm talking to him. Now I got an issue. So the issue ain't finna go elsewhere. That's what it is. And I think that when we saw her say she was gonna drag somebody, it's probably somebody told her when they see her, they're gonna do whatever then. Okay, then when I see you, it's on. We're not finna act like ain't nobody gonna say that to nobody. Come on now, let's be for real. Okay, when I see you, girl, I bet you I'm gonna show you. Okay, then we'll do it. Let's be for real. Who y'all paying $5.99 for every month with the Z at the beginning? What they show and what y'all watch at Johnson and Baddies? Oh, okay, it's the same thing. When somebody's sitting here, well, why you get smart? Let's be for real. Well, let's think of it like it's Baddie. Oh, well, I bet you when I see you, girl, I'm gonna drag you because everybody want to be on Baddies. Oh, well, find it. They want to act like they could go there, be on Baddies, Lemon Pepper, pick them up. We're not gonna act like it ain't that. Let's be for real. I call him Lemon Pepper. I don't really know how to say his name. That's my name for him. Okay. He is okay with us calling him Lemon Pepper. We not. But let's just be clear. That is the culture right now. That's what the young girls see. And that's what it is. So some of these girls feel like, oh yeah, I'm going to do my big one. It's going to go viral. Yes. Am I lying? I'm not lying. Just the same as them typing on the keyboard, talking ish. the shade room probably pick it up. That's what they think. So no. Like, that's how they think. Some of them think that way now. And that's probably why she say that if I see her, I'm going to drag her then. See, she doing, that's basically like she doing all that talking. We're not going to all sit here and say, we don't fight. We never fought. Oh, nobody ain't. No, because if somebody like they going to do something, let's be for real. They punch you, what you going to do? You can't get to nothing. You got to punch. You better punch or something back. So, yeah. But I don't think that would have made sense if she went back to that damn guy. You gotta wait to the car. Let me say it again. You got and walked to the car. We don't know if he saw her and she noticed it, or he blew the horn and flipped her off and she flipped him back off. We don't know. We not finna sit here and be like, yeah, he's hell no. I have male cousins. Child, please. They want to flip their women. If you see your baby daddy die and turn it around, man, fuck you. Fuck you. Come on, let's be for real. We not finna play this. Oh, it's no, F that. If the baby daddy flick you off, ain't you gonna flick him back off? Hello? Maybe he did. We don't know. But and this is allegedly what I think. He probably did say, fuck you. And she probably say, nigga, fuck you. Like, let's be for real. Shit, yeah. Even if you cool with your baby daddy, you still gonna be like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Your breath stain. Like, you know what it is. It's not like, oh, come on now. Let's be for real. We can't sit here and act like this is a Tyler Perry production. Well, we can't say that because we see what he did. Who can I say? Let me think of a director that it has to be so coy. It's so coy. This is a Tubi production. How about that? Okay? Because they're going to really be like, hell yeah.
One of them hitting the victim's face, one of them hitting the victim's leg and killing the victim. Okay, 15
So at the moment when you're 15 feet away, I'm assuming she probably went back to her car to retrieve the weapon. We don't know that for sure, but that's just my assumption. She could have gotten in her car and driven off. She could have said, you know what? Forget this. I'm going to go. But
boom. I would have sped off in his shit. Whoever car it is, I'm gone.
Instead, she chose to draw that weapon. To be clear, this woman is known to be petite. She was a tiny, tiny woman. So people can say anything. Again, this is all alleged, but right. You know, I'm trying to understand, how did we get to go from just a brawl at the school to someone laying on the ground dead?
Right. So let's big picture this. Right. This is how I work. This is how myself as an investigative journalist work. This is how the police work. Let's big picture this. Romika dropped her son off at school, wrote him a beautiful note. She had somewhere to be. She had a schedule. She was dropping her son off. Then she had to be somewhere else. Okay, she had to be at work. You and I both know what that's like. A, B, I've got to be here, drop my son off. Hectic morning. Carlos and Holly were coming to the school. For what reason they were coming there, we don't know.
Now it is said, and a lot of people had the same question. And then also it was said, well, he stayed down from there. Okay. But still, this is what they're going to want to know. What happened that day and how we got to her being deceased? What transpired? I agree. And another thing, the judge did say that because in order to retreat was to call. And if it showed she was 15 feet away and she went back, she could have called. And because and I'm going to say this, because she has a TPO, they wouldn't have been out there. It wasn't going to take them that long. Trust me. Trust me. Then they're not going to play with that. Nobody. No. No, no. This is Niger. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, he wasn't on there. No. This is Niger. Niger had it correct the first time. This is what Niger said. He's an investor. He said the same. He's saying the same thing that has played out. So this, yeah. But my thing is this. We don't know how it got to where she turned around. And my thought is, he probably screamed, I ain't finna lie. Shit, if I see you and I'm like, ugh, and I feel petty today, I might sit here and I pass by you, F you out the car. But can we not lie? Yeah, this her live. I'm not finna lie. And she probably said that motherfucker just ain't no telling what happened for that happened. And it seems like the real argument was with him and her. It wasn't with her. But they said it was an argument. Now we don't know. That's what they're trying to figure out too. Was he arguing with her and then you jumped in? Like, how did this happen?
You said to me that it was to bring him lunch.
Well, my assumption is it's his child's, he's at school because, I deal a lot with high conflict custodial battles and the restraining orders and the things of that nature. He probably was just at the school because he either wanted to see the kid or it was some sort of pickup drop off. They should not have been in the same place at the same time, but sometimes these situations are unavoidable. You can
now listen to what she said because I do mommy content. This is a sidebar a little bit to the mommy content. If you watch my mommy content, I have spoken on this because there's a content creator coming out saying, I see my ex-husband. You have not, because we understand y'all cannot be in the same place for a drop-off. That's why the drop-off is to school. So if y'all are here from our mommy content, and y'all been watching it, listen to what she just said.
I disagree, but I have lived it. And I have been in these situations and had to be in the same room with a high conflict person where there was an act of violence. And sometimes it is literally unavoidable. As a matter of fact, in some of the mutual injunctions and orders of protection that I've seen, they state parties should stay 500 feet away from each other. Got it? Easy, right? Unless it is absolutely necessary. That means at functions that center the children, school, church, soccer games and things of that nature. Sometimes it's absolutely unavoidable. What we don't expect is for them to confront each other. If you see me over there and you're over here, stay away. But some sort of way their paths cross too much. And we know that words must have flown.
Right.
We know there was an argument without us knowing. But you said you can disagree, Steph, all day.
Let me tell you why I disagree with you. Okay. Let's go back to the schedule. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She was dropping her son off at school. The son had gone into school. Okay. If the father wants to see the son, who's going to go into the school and pull their son up? He could see the son after school. He could see the son on his visitation. As I want to know why they were there. I'm going to tell you why I think they were there. I think they were there because they knew she was dropping the kid off and they were going there to confront her. And they did that. And she ended up dead. And now they're claiming that it was self-defense.
Let me tell you something. Once they watch that, they believe the state. That's what the state believes. That's what the state believes. They believe they have evidence to say this. Yeah, this is what we believe. Let me tell you something, and I said this before. Ain't nobody gonna waste their tax dollars. Okay? Exactly. He see the play. Ain't nobody gonna waste no tax dollars to not have enough information to take it to trial. I'm telling, or to take it to court to indict somebody. It used to, like I told y'all before, it cost $7,000 to send somebody off. Imagine how much your tax-paying dollars are going towards the taxpayers, the ones that pay taxes, not like it come out our check. No, these are the people that have businesses that they put, like that type of people. This is Congress and all of that, the money they put into the whatever to say, hey, this is what we're going to put towards this. So every time this happens, that's coming out the pocket of what it has to be funded for. And I talked about the 3 different branches. I did a breakdown on that. That money that that state of Illinois, okay, yes, it is a blue state, but no, I don't care if it's blue or red. Even Republican states, they cheap as hell. They don't like paying for nothing like this. They are coming out their pocket to pay for things to be investigated. They have to pay for her coroner report. They are paying for the evidence, their toxicology, all that adds up. Oh yeah, so now we got to get you. Because now we sitting here looking at everything. The DA got to be paid. The judge got to be paid. Okay, now we got to come out our pocket for this. Real, they're not happy about this. So when y'all sit here and say, "Oh, the judge," let me tell you something. That judge is already mad because guess what? You know how much money goes into this? This is not cheap. This ain't no little, oh, this a little stack, hell no. On top of that, exactly. So y'all gotta imagine how much money. That's why I say when people say, oh, well, this is for the public. No, baby, this ain't for no public. No, this not for no public outrage. They were doing their job. We got to indict her today.
I'm telling you, Naja, I've seen this story 100,000 times. There's no reason for them to be at that school.
That does not look like self-defense in that case. That looks like this was a premeditated, planned ambush. She was shot around 9:30. I'll look and see what time school actually starts, but I think
it's 8:30 a.m. in Chicago.
So it says she was fatally shot around 9:35 a.m. School would have started maybe perhaps an hour. So we don't know what.
Well, what was said was her mom said, I'm gonna quote what her mother said. She said she dropped him off of school and he said he wanted her to make a lunch. She went home, made him a lunch. She remember the post, she said this boy gonna make everybody late. Yeah, they had to pay for that. You're right. They did. They had to pay for that. That's not cheap. Trust me. She went and, she put on the post, this boy, because she wrote the note and she say that, basically, if this is what he want, he gonna get it. That's what he wants. She gonna make sure he have it, basically. So she went home. She gave him his lunch. She went and she dropped off the lunch. She just left from doing that. And then that's when it started. Now, what we don't know is how long the altercation was, what transpired for that to go to that level. We don't know. So y'all can't say, oh, she was finna do this and that to her. We don't know. We don't know yet. So let's just say this. We don't know what transpired from there to where she felt like she had to walk to her car, pull that out, and come back and do something. We saying that maybe they had some scratches, there was some fight. Who knows? Maybe she tried to break it up, the fight between them two, and she tried to break it up or something. We don't know yet. And she felt some type of way.
Transpired in the time that little boy went off to school. We don't know if his dad was able to say, hey, son, give him a kiss, and both parents sent him into the school. We simply don't know. I find it difficult to believe and not nonsensical that people would claim self-defense when it's what you're saying is you're painting it as if it was some sort of ambush, which it very well could have been.
Let me ask you this. If you're telling me there was an hour time gap, let's work the timeline. We always work the timeline. If there was an hour timeline, if that child was in school at 8:30 and she was killed at 9:30, was she waiting for him to get there for whatever reason, to have a conversation with him? If she was really like dropping off her child and leaving, she would have dropped off her kid, watched him walk into school, and gone. So why are we an hour outside of the time that the child was to be into school, and now she's dead outside? What happened in that hour? Okay,
what happened? So always see, she reportedly dropped off her young son at school. We know that. And she was seen arguing.
She was supposed to sit in that car and make that phone call. And I said that. I said, let me tell you where she messed up at. I did a previous live about it. She was supposed to sit in that car, pick up that phone. I don't care if it was dead, or grab her baby, walk to the nearest place. I have a TPO on someone. I need to call 911 right now. I guarantee you they would have gave her the phone to call the officer. They're not going to play about it. They're not going to be like, no, you got to go. No, here. No, no, here. Daryl, let me tell you something. Here you go. They would have let her pick up that phone to call. I don't believe she was in danger. I'm sorry. I can't buy that. Let me tell you something. I know. Yeah, that was the first time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have to go with that. I'm looking at now what she did before, child. Anybody can say they can beat anybody. We don't know. Okay. So, I mean, like I say, it's always somebody better than anybody. I always say that. But we're talking about now, because now this young woman is not alive. And her son has to grow up the rest of his life without his mother. Hello? That's a feeling indescribable, especially for a child. So now all the things are unfolding. Now we're starting to see, wait a minute. Hold on. You sure? Another thing I want to say is people got to stop calling people delusional because they don't fit their narrative. We got to grow up. This is why it's so much of this stuff going on, because y'all want to call people delusional and call people this and that. This is conversation. Okay? We're having conversation. We can agree to disagree. All right? This is social media. Ain't nobody finna sit down and have a cup of tea with nobody else in Cheerio, because like it's not gonna have it. This is conversation. But I feel in all things, because I have read transcripts and looked at how things play out, she was not scared. I'm sorry.
With a female that she knew. A female was arrested. So we know that there was a confrontation between these two women. We also know that the shooter did not drive all the way from Milwaukee. It was previously stated. We know that she was at her child's father's house, and did they drive together? Did they arrive together? These are still very much unanswered questions. And the reason that you and I are keeping tabs on this story, because we are only presenting the facts. We're not trying to get this. We're not trying to be first. We're trying to be accurate.
Again, it's really important for people to try to put on their investigation hat and look at this. Ramika had a reason to be there. She was dropping off her son. What was the reason for Holly and Carlos to be there? What was the reason for them to be at that school? We don't know. Maybe they had a reason. Was there? Did she have a child that went there? Did he have another child that went there? All we know is that she had a restraining order. Holly has a restraining order against Ramika. Okay, She goes there. Okay, so we don't know who approached who, but if Ramika had approached Holly, then she was in violation of the restraining order. Okay?
Correct.
That's a problem.
Correct.
We don't know, but there was eyewitnesses. Maybe there's.
Correct. She probably didn't see that girl in that car. She probably didn't. In the way it looked like, okay, so if she was, the way I've seen when y'all went and go look at the crime scene, she had to go that way. So her driver's side is going to look at him. She didn't see that man and that girl in that damn car. She probably didn't. Think about it. You're driving. You're going to see him. You're not going to see. Come on now. Exactly. What was the reason? We still want to know why. Why? Why? What led up to this? And now that's what the DA want to know. That's what the judge wants to know. And what they believe is why. So they're going to present that. And they're going to present that to the jury. Maybe he did cuss her out. Y'all, we know they didn't like each other like that. Maybe she saw him and was finna confront him about her stuff. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just say, oh, they was okay. We don't know what happened. that led to this. There was a lot of that led to this.
Video of it. We don't know when people started filming, but there was obviously.
And I want to say one more thing. There's no offense to him or nothing. I just want to keep this strictly real. Oh gosh, y'all the same. Oh Jesus, forgive me. This is nothing to nobody. Let's be clear. Both of them are victims. Y'all keep giving him grace. Why? Why? Because he's handsome? So what? Why? If you want to be honest, Team Holly, she was a victim too. So when y'all sit here and give him these kudos, can I be straight up with y'all? Y'all knocking down that she is a victim of this too as well, if you really want to be honest. The same game. And I want y'all, ladies, stop. Please. It's no offense. But the things that I saw, and I'm glad he stopped going live, because I was, Nika at Night said what she said, and I agree. Because some of the things that I saw, I did not agree with, and I knew where it was going. When you have somebody in the bed, dang, they cute, dang it. Yeah, we know where that's going. Let's keep it a button. We got to stop giving so much grace. I'm just being honest. He don't either. Accountability. Y'all can't keep holding a hand that needs accountability. You understand what I'm saying? Accountability. You have to give it. If you don't, and that's why I say the Black community is broken, and I agree with Bondi, because there is no accountability. You have to give, and you gotta say, listen, hey, not, and you don't have to be disrespectful. You were wrong in that situation to me. You was wrong in that. You was wrong in that because you could have did this. Yeah. You were wrong in that to me. And like the lady said on the live, when she said why, y'all don't, but if they are small, you easily, and I agree, you easily can mush. Let me tell you something. He could have yelled and said, shut the F up to both of them, and his voice would have carried. You want me to tell you why? Because he would have been stern. That's all it takes. Men don't have to do too much. You know, they think so. I'm just saying. All it takes. Because once a man get loud, that's when women know, oh, hold on. Wait a minute. They calm it down. Can y'all do that? I can't give grace to her because I give grace when it comes to being away from her child. But because you fell for it and you will let that be that instead of doing it another way. At the end of the day, if they were never going to be together, we don't know what could have happened. At some point, them boys are siblings. If anything, you got to be cordial. Kids see that. They pay attention to it. They pay attention when their mama don't like somebody. They pay attention to that. Yeah, he was a baby, but he picks up on that. You feel what I'm saying? And it makes it a little sour. Because if the right woman would have said, hold on, I understand y'all got issues, but y'all have a child. Y'all got to do something about this. I understand where you coming from as a woman, but at some point it's about the kids. Hey, Southside. It's about the kids. We got to have a conversation. One thing I'm not going to do, I'm not finna argue with you when I know it's about them. Because then what they don't have a best relationship. Hey, I don't give a damn about my feelings. Listen, me and you don't have to like each other all day, but we got kids with the same ninja. So how are we gonna do this? Birthday parties, your child need to be there. I would love for you to be there. I would love for you to be at graduate. I want you, like, come on now. Let's be for real. All of that, because man, that to be honest with you, coming from a mother, that shit don't motherfucking matter. What matters is them kids. More love for a child makes them be even more better. Let me tell you that that's straight real. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what the situation was, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Your child still gotta feel like they can trust that person as well, just in case they can't trust their father. To go to their daddy with something, or to go to their mama, they can go to you. And you fucked that up when you did what you did. And that's just how I see it. I have a stepmother. When I couldn't talk to my daddy or my mama, it was her and my auntie. So yeah, that just don't work. Her and my mama, they had their little issues, but when my child got here, and they would never fight each other. But then once I became a mother, they all came together. My stepmother would never did that to my mother. My mother would have never did that to her. So y'all, all of that don't matter. That's just some real shit. Because at the end of the day, like, let's be for real. Let's keep it a buck. That shit don't matter.
Some kind of an altercation, okay? Then Holly somehow retrieves the gun. She has a CCL. She retrieves the weapon. She's 15 feet away from the victim and shoots her 4 times. One hitting her in the face, one hitting her in the leg, and she's dead. Okay,
we're talking 15 feet away. So I'm 5'6", so that's 3 of me. So that's quite a difference. Just to frame it to those of you listening, that's quite a ways away. Unless she thought that the deceased had a weapon, at this point, all we can do is speculate until facts come out. Well, but one of the facts that we know is the shooter is free right now. We will be back when we have more updates.
But we saw how that played out and how everybody kind of, was like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's sad across the board. Y'all know I want justice, but still at the end of the day, it's still sad because, excuse me, every child need their mother, and when I was taught, when I had prayed with God, I always told, listen, you can be with the father or whoever you choose to be with, but the child go always need and want the mother. Always remember, no matter what, the mother is needed. And that's the truth. That's just what it is. It's sad because now these are boys that their mother are their first love, right? So imagine you don't have your mama. You don't have your mom. You don't have that person that you can go to that ain't gonna be mad at you or protect you. You don't have that. Or your mama, you want to talk to your mama. Y'all ain't really got a relationship like that because she locked up. But then when you go to bed at night, you wonder why my mama can't tuck me in. Why my mama can't read me that story. Why my mama not here to see me in my first day of school. Imagine teacher conference. Parent-teacher conference. Damn, your mama, you got your mama, you got your mama. I ain't got my mama. I ain't got my mom. That's sad. That is so sad. Prom, graduation, looking around, no. So it's sad across the board. It is sad as hell. This shit sad. It's sad, especially for the kids. It's sad as fuck. So, yeah, justice had to be served. Is it sad? Hell yeah. But at the same time, let's be clear. Did you really care? Or did you care because you felt like this and that? You didn't think about how sad this shit was. You didn't think about the consequences at all. You didn't think how this was going to not just affect that little boy, your child too, and the child you carrying. You didn't think that. How hard it'll be for you to sit up in there and your child got to grow out here. Probably won't even know you. That's the messed up part. Folks got to think about shit. It ain't all about them and what they want. It's about what's right. And if you could have had the choice to drive off, you should have took that choice of driving off than sitting there doing what you did. And that's how I feel about it. And then there was no emotion. There was no care till now that it's real. It don't feel real, but it's real. Now it's hitting. Oh my God, what did I do? Yeah, shit getting real now. Oh, it's getting real. It is getting real. Yeah. Exactly. I can't give her grace. I can give her a little grace because you know you locked up. You like, damn, I can't hold my baby. You can't kiss. I can kiss my baby. God gonna say, hey, no. You know, I don't give a fuck. I gotta give you a little grace on that. Damn, that's some fucked up shit. Yeah. But doing that wasn't worth that. That's not worth it. Sitting in jail ain't worth that shit. Going to jail for life, you would, this the only, girl, I feel for you. A little bit. You round about a whole bunch of heifers that's on their cycle. Girl, pray for you. I pray for you. Hell no. The food, yuck. Fuck that. I don't want it. I can't get a McDonald's fry? Hell no, nigga. Can't get a lobster? Fuck no. Steak? Nope. You get this cold cut? Yeah. Same shit. No. And you sit down and think about it and you process like, damn. I would have had to let them have it. Right. I would have let them have it and drove out. I'm not doing that. I guarantee you, like I was always told, happy birthday to my auntie. They told me this. Baby, if he want to, he would. He know where you at. He will find you. Okay? If he want to find you, he's going to find you. That is not one lie. That she ain't never lied. Happy birthday to her. She ain't never lied. Baby, he will find you. Oh, okay. Poop, poop. Toot, toot. Beep, beep. I'm not doing that. Hell no. I got the car. You know where to find me. You know where to find me. Oh, he took the keys. Oh, you better let me see how well you can find me without calling. Let me see how long this go. Yeah. Period. Go from there. No, that wasn't worth it, man. Be for real. That ain't worth it. Never worth it. Yeah, I heard it wasn't accurate. Oh, Jesus. And that's the question too that's going to be asked. Because let's be clear. We're hearing, it was served, and we're hearing it wasn't. Then we hear we got it. Because it's a response, don't mean it was served. We don't know, right? But they're going to ask, well, and it's going to go and tie it with the phone. How did y'all get on the phone? And if he ain't talked to her in months, because he said this, then how did that pertain to you getting the address? It don't make sense. There are some loopholes. We're only getting what is there. We don't have everything. We have loopholes. Then that's something y'all got to take in consideration. When they go and ask about this stuff and about that, even the judge pulled it up. They have, let me tell you something. That judge can pull that up, and the state can too, and the lawyers. They have access to that stuff. Y'all really don't have the full access to everything like they do. Unless you have a media pass. But they don't, they have the full assets. So they can go into their database and they're going to look that up by name. They know how to search and everything. They have one to where it's more detailed than it is for us. Right. He even said that. And remember, I told y'all that the system has been backlogged. I'm going to tell y'all why. If y'all haven't paid attention to what's going on in Chicago, and that's why I've been talking political, because that's why it's backlogged. They just released a whole bunch of homeless people and immigrants out of jail not even a month ago. I'm going to say it again. They just released homeless people and immigrants out of jail not even a month ago. Chicago is fighting to keep their rights. I want y'all to remember that. I told y'all that. It goes hand in hand, baby. It goes hand in hand. I know y'all don't want her to be in there. And I know I see the orange man now. We got a chance. No, the fuck you don't. You're black. You never will. I heard that too. Now we're going to say allegedly. We don't know yet. Time gonna tell. That's gonna come out too. Now, we're gonna say allegedly. We're gonna have to wait the rest of the months to see how this unfolds. It's gonna be some mess. We won't know if we have to call Maury or Steve Wilkos on the fraternity. But if they want to know, we have Maury. Maury don't mind coming out of retirement. Steve Wilkos is looking for some great content for the TV. I mean, y'all right in Chicago. I'm just saying. It's no shade. Yeah, they say that's what he said, child. They said that there was an argument that wasn't his baby. Allegedly, that wasn't his baby. How could that happen? Now, we're going to think that's his baby because what's been presented to us, right? Social media. We don't know what was going on with these two behind the scenes. You understand what I'm saying? So, most likely, that probably is true. Most likely, it could be hearsay. We don't know. We don't know because, oh, they're in love. They still around each other. Y'all remember that? Oh, this and that. And I said in a CC chat, I said, that's cool, but that don't mean a darn thing. Okay. That don't mean anything. And it don't. I'm not gonna lie. God dang, everybody hit my notifications. But yeah, that's just how I see that. But like he said, he believed that that's what the state believes as well, that, hey, thank you. Let me tell you something. I want y'all to pay attention. They're already trying to make Carlos look like the main person. Pay attention. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I don't know. And I would have to look up that too, because I'm not sure. Somebody said that he is the witness for her attorneys as well, for her side, and then he's the witness for the state. So I don't know how that's going to go. That I don't know, because when it comes to cross-examination, I don't know who witness he is. Let's say that. But when it come time, you're right. When it come time for cross-examination, that's gonna be nasty. When they get ready to cross-examine, I'm gonna say this, okay, to the people that's probably witnesses, right? They gonna cross-examine y'all. It's not gonna be great. Hold your emotion. Just answer. Let them say what it is and keep it going. Really? See, I don't know. Oh, when that cross-examination happened, baby. And it gets real nasty. Baby. It can get, whew, that cross-examination ain't shit to play with. So whoever witness, whoever witness he is, they'll go first. And then the next day, he'll probably say his that whole day. And then the next day they'll jump to cross-examine. Or it might be another person jump in and then they'll cross-examine. So that's how they go. But yeah, listen. It's gonna be, that trial is gonna be, whew. Now one thing I'm thinking, because a lot of people say they want to be there for media, I agree, but let's be clear, you might not be in a, how can I say it? We don't know yet because we're not sure how the court gonna take it, and they may let y'all. Now y'all probably, now if they do have me, they know media gonna be there. Yes, they're not gonna play, but I'm gonna tell y'all this: they have a room that's not the main room, but they'll probably, I will guarantee that y'all probably, if anybody gonna go and do a media coverage on it, if it does go to trial, you won't be in the main room. They'll probably keep that, and then y'all just sit and watch it with everybody else. But the thing is, we won't get to see everything. I'm not sure. Well, they might show the video. I'm gonna say, hey, if you become, I'm just saying, just get ready for it. Like I said, we only know what we saw, what's been told. We don't know everything. We don't know if there are text messages, phone calls. They say phone and text records. It's a lot. We don't know who said what. I don't think so. The 23rd, they're going to have the preliminary hearing where they discuss what she want to do. Now, you know what? You just brought something up. They could, it's going to be on Zoom. That's even better. We'll see. I think her hearing is on Zoom. But I do want to say this. Yeah, I'm going to say this. When she go to that hearing on the 23rd, she might ask for a speedy trial, y'all. It depends. The state might say they want one, or exactly. The state might say they want one, or she might ask for one. But her lawyers probably say, let's take this to a speedy trial. Boom. Let's have a trial set for such and such next year. So all that information come out on the 23rd because they're going to go over everything that they have. So the 23rd, y'all, the 23rd is where it's going to be a breakdown of everything. Okay. There will have the coroner report, the person that did that. They'll have the officers. They'll have all the people and all of that stuff. The 23rd. Yeah. 2 days before Christmas. Right. She could cop a plea. She got time, or there'll be a 23rd, or there'll be the 23rd. Yeah. So we'll see. If she's still standing on she want to take it to trial, I'll pray for her. That's all I can do. And this is logical because you got to understand what they have. This not know what we see. No, baby. No. See, we can sit here. Oh yeah, okay. Everybody get sit here. Yeah, what did it? And then other people like, yeah, but that's what we see and have. When it come to the state is not finna play with you. The state is not finna be nice to you. The state, babe. Y'all gotta understand. Like I said, and I want y'all to think about this. They're paying money for this. This is, let me see how much it is. I want to give y'all an idea how much this shit is. This shit ain't cheap. Let me ask, what's the estimate? Even when R. Kelly went, that was money. The funding is a lot. Oh, baby. All right, I'm finna read it to you. Well, I ain't from there, but they need to do, yeah, they criminal justice is a little different. But we gonna look because that cost that the trial they had for R. Kelly when he took it to trial cost a lot too. And he had, it was different. It was the DA and the lawyers of the victims. So you gotta imagine how that's all tied in. All right. So for a civil trial, and we're gonna go to the criminal, that is $5,000 to $50,000. So your attorney fees and civil litigations and all of that is $354. It's a percentage on that, as y'all see. The court fees is $321. Your jury demand to pay, because jurors do get paid, whether y'all believe it or not. Now they don't have a specific court fee on how much it is for a criminal. Let me see. Let me exit right. For a criminal charge, we'll say a felony charge. Maybe it'll give me, okay. So, Jesus. It's a lot. I'm sorry. It's a lot. Lord have mercy, be God the glory. Now I would like to touch this money, Jesus, but I don't want to have to pay. This is a lot. Y'all ready? A simple felony case that is likely to resolve through a plea bargain costs $5,000 to $10,000 in contrast complex. That's what all of that. Now, if you take this to trial, this is $50,000 to over $100,000 due to intensive time and effort required for preparation, investigation, and court appearance. Some lawyers offer $5,000 to $15,000. The hourly rate is $150. So your additional expenses is court filing fees, fees for expert witness in private investigation, costs for reproducing documents, and other administrative expenses. A specific statutory court fine and its fees, if it's convicted, would be up to $25,000 for a felony. The state is paying. Exactly. You see how much that they done came out to pay for this trial. This isn't a cheap trial. I heard that too, but their funds are going to be depleted because every hour that that lawyer works, because she got 2 lawyers, they have to pay. And it's not cheap. So you got to understand what they were doing and how much this came out their pocket. So you, not only did they have a detective, you got to understand that they're paying for private investigators to check social media, see the interactions, all of that. And now it makes me see why they let folks out to see how they move. Yeah. That's what it is. And this is a cost. This is not nothing cheap. This is thousands and thousands of dollars. Baby, that's more than a mortgage. Now, I think R. Kelly trial was a little over than that $100,000. I can tell you that. But yeah. Child, they might want to put up their home, whatever vacation home they have, or cars. This is a pretty penny. So when I hear people say, yeah, the judge don't know nothing, baby, look at the cost, baby. Look at the cost. Excuse me? You really think the judge and the state want to take out their time and the funding that goes into this? This ain't no little, she stole a piece of candy and she owned the stuff. No, baby, this is a whole, this is money. Okay? Baby, that's what you put down starting on a home. Do you understand? That over $100,000, majority of nobody ain't touching $100,000. They're not wasting that money to sit here and say, oh, we're going to do it for the public. No, they're not doing that, baby. Let me tell you something. You got to have some proof to take this there. This ain't no little chump change, a little this. Baby, that is coin. That is a pretty hefty coin. Honey. They're pushing out this money for this. When she got released and had to be investigated, their fund got pushed there for them to do what they had to do. As I said, the court filing fees and all of that stuff. They're not playing. They're for real. So when they brought it to them, they had to show them what their money went towards. This ain't no game. This ain't no fucking movie. This is fucking real. He knew what he was talking about. He had to sit in his time from whatever he had to do that day when the DA gave it to him before she walked her tail in court that morning for him to see what he had to sit here and do to revoke a bond. Yes, it's that serious. I don't know. I understand we see stuff and we don't think it's serious or we don't know the legality of it. This is money. Nobody, regardless of your party, like to cop out no over $100,000 when it can go to something else. Nobody. Especially with no evidence. They're not finna waste their money on that. I'm sorry. This is what's going to happen. That judge wasn't finna take just no evidence because the public said they wanted to. Hell, the public said they wanted Diddy gone for life. That nigga got 4 years. Explain to me, why the hell do you think she's so? Come on now, let's be for real. The public said that they wanted Etso and Etso in there for life. Harvey, he didn't even, come on, let's be for real here. The public want that orange man to be at least charged for something. Hello? Hello? Let's be for real. And if they wait 2 years, that's another extra on top of that. If she take it to trial and she take it to 2 years, I hope her family got the money. This is going to be a pretty penny. They're charging $150 an hour. It's 8 hours in a freaking day. Let me go to my calculator. I'm gonna keep it how this shit real. This is real. If she does get in there for whatever, you know how much the state get back for her? This is why I keep telling y'all what y'all keep doing crimes for. It don't make sense. Let's keep it a buck. Let's see. Times 360 plus 355. Well, hell shit, yeah. That's $1,200, 8 hours a day. There's 365 days in a year. That girl, that girl about to pay $16,000. Yeah, Cali. Yes, Cali different. Cali is a generous state. That's why when people were saying, "Oh, there's Jay-Z's son, there's Jay-Z," no, he could have got a free DNA test to prove that off because they're generous. That's why Tyler Perry's being sued in California. They're generous. Let's keep it a buck. Their laws are a little different. Okay, it's expensive to live there, and it's expensive to keep up with the stuff going on over there. Trust me. They're a little generous to the people. Let's be honest. And when it comes to crime, you're going down that day, whether what they got, they'll let the judge decide and the jury decide we're not going to keep you. This is what it entails. Oh, they already doing that. I've seen that already. They're doing that. But yeah, this isn't no little chump change, baby. She take this to trial. She might not, but that's thousands of dollars. You got 2 lawyers, whatever their fee is. That's thousands, baby. You finna help them pay their mortgage. Baby, I gotta work for this. I need, excuse me, this gotta be paid. I'm taking time away from my other cases. Yeah, this is a high, I hope y'all get an understanding how high profile this is starting to be. This is gonna be high profile, very high profile. I see it already. And you have big media is talk, we're media, new media, but there are some that talks about things like this, and they've been keeping up with the case too, and it's starting to become high profile. Now that you have a news anchor talking about it, this is going to be high profile. It really is. So just imagine, and I hope if y'all gonna go on their report, please, I hope this ain't the same judge, because I feel bad. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Oh, the judge don't know nothing. Yeah, okay. So okay. They probably is. They probably is. And they probably don't put up part of their home. I'm telling you, this is a pretty penny. This ain't no chump change. So imagine you sitting here saying, this is why I say you can't say the judge don't know nothing or this and that when they know how much is coming out for this trial, y'all. On top of that, they got to pay the jury. Jurors get paid. That's why when you go to work, they say you got PTO, you still get paid from work. They still pay you a little something for that. They still pay you a little coin to make a decision. Yes, they do. Jurors, let me show you. Let me stop sharing and show you. Let me type it in. I'm telling you, we just saw that it said jury fees. They get paid from around $6 to $20 the first day. And then if this go longer, 2, 3, or 4 days, this is the amount. So they're not playing because now they have to charge jurors as well. So no, ain't nobody sitting here doing anything for the public, baby. This is serious. 20 to 60 days. I'm sorry, $60 for subsequent days. So let's say, which is $300 a day. They got to pay to feed the jurors. Yeah, Illinois do not pay. Okay, so jurors ain't going to get paid in Illinois. Take that back. They're not going to get paid. But they still got to feed their ass. Okay? But everybody else pay. So they ain't paying them for that. Because they already coming out their pocket having to pay for everything else. So jurors, I'm sorry you ain't get paid. But you do get paid from work, though. But they are going to make sure you eat. I thought they got paid because I know in Texas they get paid. I guess every state is different. Oh, no, they do get paid. Hold on. I had to retype that. Hold on. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Take that back. Yes, they do. Hold on. Let me pull it up. I had to ask. They do get paid. Clink, clink, they get paid. They just don't get paid for certain cases. All right, so here we go. They're paid $25 for the first day and $50 for subsequent days, plus mileage, reimbursement of transportation. Some may choose to pay their employees their regular wage during jury. Yes, that's true. Daily attendance fee, mileage, substance for like overnight if they have to stay over to make a decision with the taxes, child care, so they're paying for whoever they pick to do child. This is money. This is money. This is money. So yeah, that judge needed what he needed because they gotta pay for this. That's a hefty coin. God damn. Whoo, Jesus. If they do it for 2 weeks, right? Let's look at the budget. Let's say this is 2 weeks and they take it. It's 100,000 times 14, which is days. Okay. Okay. Add on, that's 140,000. Now let's add on that would be let's say 250. Let me just show y'all. They mileage, gas. Well, if they do take it to trial, they can't be on social media. That's gonna make it so hard. This the amount. I'm not playing. I'm dead serious. They can't be on social media. Yeah. So I mean, your jurors gonna be like y'all, like school teachers, work at a restaurant, your cafeteria ladies. They're going to interview some jurors and see, ask them questions. It's just regular people. Oh, and now the question so it's like, people that go to work every day. Hey, I still do pay a little taxes. It might not be much come out my check. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them. So that's what that is. So yeah, I believe they'll have unbiased jurors. They're gonna I'm not gonna think they're not gonna be her age. Majority of them will probably be older. It depends because they might be like, let's do a versatile. They could be young or older, or they might have older but these people are doing something in the community that they're like, hey, we pick you. Listen, you can say that. Or here's another catch though. If they choose somebody older, either white or black, that's gonna make the cake too. Yeah. So we'll see. That's if she take it there, but that's what her estimate look like. It's gonna be thousands and thousands of dollars. It's gonna cost. But yeah, they'll probably they'll have people, they'll do interviews of jurors first, because what it is, they want to make sure, listen, can you do this? Can you do that? Do you know anyone? Do you know this? Do you know this? Do you know that? Like, they want you to be unbiased. They want you to listen. Do you still live in the area, or do you still live around here? Like, it's stuff like that. So yeah, if she does take it, I say that it might be 14 days. If she take it, I believe it'll be a week or 14 days of trial. I don't think it'll be something that you can go through that quick. Depends on the evidence. It might be that. So it's child. To the lawyers and the DA, I want to send my prayers, because we know Christmas coming up and y'all still gotta work. Yeah. Kudos. Y'all on call. I wanted to be a lawyer one time in my life, but when I heard that and there was 7 extra, you do 7 years plus that's nice. Okay, that's good. Yeah. It is a sad situation all across the board. It is. I'm gonna try to get in contact with that lawyer. I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow before I do Lit Live Saturday. If I don't come back tomorrow with this, I can see if I can talk to her Sunday, see if she's available. She is a lawyer. She does have a platform on here. I'm gonna see if I can get in contact with her if she answers. Child, she's always somewhere. Just a Houston little body, but always. Anywho, but I want to thank y'all for watching. I'll be back live tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Roman numeral 7 days, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take it, things that make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God.